Hey guys, this is Sri. So I received few comments to explain the GTID replication and how to fix the GTID errors, those things. So I am planning to start the series with the GTID replication. So in this video, we will see what is GTID replication and how to configure the GTID replication, and we will see the GTID structure, and also we will try to understand the components like GTAD executed and GTAD purged, retrieved GTAD and executed GTAD. Okay, these four components are very important to configure and troubleshoot the replication errors. So as this is the first video, I am planning to explain that. So going forward, we will see the different replication errors, how to fix them, and we will also see some tricks with the GTAD replication. Okay, so the first thing is GTAD. With the abbreviation is the Global Transaction Identifier. Okay, we can use it for the replication. So for the previously we see that we aware that like the binary log based replication, that position binary log file and position based replication, right? So this is something different comparing to that, and this is also easy to manage. If you understand this properly, we can easily manage our replication environment. Okay, for each transaction, the GTAD will be created, and also this GTAD is unique across all your servers in the same replication topology. For example, you may have one master and more than one or two. You can have many slaves. Okay, for all that servers, this GTAD is unique for the transaction. Okay, and this is easy to configure, and also in case anything happen, if you want to resume your replication, you don't need to analyze the binlog position and we need to start that from that position. That is not required with this GTAD based replication. It will automatically find the position where the transaction executed, and it will resume the replication from there. Okay, so in that case, there is no overhead to analyze the binlog file and finding the position and start the replication. Okay, so then the configuration, replication configuration. So we have two main variables. One is the GTAD mode, and another one is the enforced GTAD consistency. Okay, so the GTAD mode variable is used to enable or disable the GTAD in your server. Okay, and the enforced GTAD consistency means it is, if you enable this variable, it will only allow the statements to log which are safe for the GTAD. Okay, otherwise it will not allow. So that is, it is recommended. If you are running with GTAD replication, this variable is also recommended to enable enforce GTAD consistency. And as usual, we need the binary log, and we need to configure the different server ID for our master and replica. Okay, so let's enable this. Yeah, let's see the demo. So I have two servers created. One is GTAD replica and GTAD source. I am going to have two terminal, one for the source and another one is for the replica. Okay, first multipass shell GTAD source, and here the MySQL is already installed, and multipass shell GTAD replica, the other terminal. Here also MySQL is installed. Okay, and first let's enable all that variables we need for the GTD. Okay, and also here we are going to configure the replication as well. So let me create the user first. Here, create user ripple identified by password. This is the user for replication. Okay, ripple at 3 to 1. Grant replication place and replication client on to the user ripple and flush privileges. Okay, so this is the user I just created for the to configure the replication. Okay, so we will use this user ripple to configure the replication. Okay, now show global variables like GTID. I am checking the GTID status now. You can see this GTID mode is off, which means the GTID is not enabled, and the enforced GTID consistency that is also off. Okay, so I need to enable the GTD first. Let me go to the config file, and here I'm going to enable it. GTD mode equal to on, and enforce GTD consistency equal to on, and server ID I am configuring server ID equal to 100, and also log bin, which is already enabled, but I'm just specifying the name here, GTID source. Okay, so these are the 4 variables I enabled, and I'm restarting the MySQL service because I did the modification in the config file, right? So now after restart, I am checking the GTID mode is on now. Okay, and enforce GTID consistency also on, and select server ID is 100, and show binary logs. My binary log is generated, okay, with the name GTID source and the number sequence. Okay, fine. So now in the source I enable the GTID. I am also doing the same in replica. Let me copy this, and this is the replica. It is in MySQL 130. Let me add here, and I am changing the binlog name from source to replica, and changing the server ID to 101. Now the same restart the MySQL service in the replica, and I am checking show global variables like GTID. Yes, so the GTID mode is on now in the replica, and also the enforced GTID consistency also turned on. Okay, and let me verify the server ID as well. Yes, so this is 101. So now I just prepared my MySQL servers to configure the replication, which means the GTD mode is now enabled, and I also enabled the enforced GTD consistency. Binlog is enabled, and I have the different server ID. Okay, and the next step is I'm going to configure the replication. Okay, replica status in the replica node currently, which is empty set because the replication is not configured yet. Now I need to prepare the change master command. Okay, so here also in the bin log and position based replication, we need this master user. Here also we need the master user, and we need the password, and we need to provide the master host. And if you are running with the different port apart from 3306, then you need to add the master port also here. And this is master auto position we need. This is we need to use for the GTD based application. So what is this means? Master auto position equal to 1 means it will automatically find the position, okay, where we need to start the replication. It will analyze the current GTD executed status, and it will try to resume the replication from there. Okay, we don't need to manually analyze the bin log and finding the position, then running the change master to master log file, master log position. That additional work is not needed if you are running with the GTD based replication. Just master auto position equal to 1 is enough. It will automatically find the position and it will resume the replication. Okay, now let's configure the replication. In the replica node, I am running the change master command. Change master to master user triple. We already created this user, and master password equal to triple at 3 to 1, and master host. Master host is let me get the IP. This is my IP, and master auto position equal to 1. If you are going with the bin log and position based replication, here we need to provide the bin log file, master log file, and bin log position, master log position, right? But here with the GTD, we just giving the master auto position. Okay, and get master public key equal to 1. Okay, now let me, okay, there is error. Let me fix this here. I have the typo. Okay, so now the change master command is executed. Now start replica, and I am checking the replica status, replication status. Here I can see the IO and SQL thread both are running. So now we just configure the replication, GTD replication. We enable the GTD related parameters first, then we just started the replication. Okay, now we can try to understand the GTD structure. We can create the GTD first, because currently we don't have any GTD. I mean, we enable the GTD, but there is no GTD generated yet. Here you can see the GTD executed is currently empty. Okay, so let's create. So when we start to write in the node, it will automatically create the GTD. I will show you. So now we can create the GTD first, then we will see the structure, and also then we will try to understand the component GTD executed and the purged and retrieved GTD set and executed GTD set. Okay, so to create the generate GTID, I am just executing one statement: create database tree. Okay, I just executed one statement. I am just writing in the master node, and now I am checking the GTID status. Here you can see the GTID is now generated. Okay, so you can see in GTID executed, this is the UID, and here you can see one, my transaction number 1. This is my first transaction. That is the meaning. Okay, so let's come to here GTID structure. Structure means which is source ID and transaction ID. Okay, source ID means server UUID, and transaction ID means committed transaction number. Okay, so here this is my server UUID. So let me verify that. Select at that server UUID. It is the variable. So here you can see this is the same UID you will see here in the GTD executed. Okay, and the next one is the transaction ID, which means committed transaction number. So currently I just committed only one transaction, which is the create table statement DDL, and here you can see this is 1. Okay, now let me create more transactions. I am using this tree and create table test ID int primary key name varchar 16. I'm doing writing one more statement, and now let me check my GTID status. Here you can see this is incremented to from 1 to 2. Okay, so in this GTID structure, if you see after the UID, if you see this 4 means which is the fourth transaction, 5 means fifth transaction. Okay, and this is the sequence of the transaction, like 1 to 5. Maybe if I did 10 transaction, then it will be 1 to 10. Okay, in your binary log you will see the exact number, what which transaction is this. If you're checking the GTID executor status, purged status, in that way there you will see this sequence number. Okay, let me show you to understand this better. uh, Let me do one insert into test values 1 comma z. Okay, I created one more transaction. Now I am checking the GTD status now, which is changed from 1 to 2 to 1 to 3. I mean first transaction to that transaction. Okay, so let's see the binary log. Show master status. Let's see the binary log. cd var lib mysql. So this is the binary log. MySQL binlog base 64 output equal to decode rows and two verbose and the binary log file name, and I'm using list to view. Now here the first one we did is the create database Sri, right? So here for this create database statement, you can find the GTD here in the GTD next value. This is the GTD. Okay, so as you're saying, this is the server UID and this is the first transaction. So one. And similarly, if I check the create table statement, here also I can see the GTD value here, the same server UID, and this is the second transaction. So I can see two, but you check the GTD executed value, it is 1 to 2, the sequence. Okay, in the bin log, it will be write the exact number. Okay, at which transaction is this, and if you see the insert here, which is 3. Insert is the third transaction committed and it has the transaction ID 3. Okay, so in this way you can find which transaction is this. Okay, if you want to check the query and which what is the exact GTAD number, then you can come to the binary log and you can find in that way 1 2 3. And if you check the status, it will show the sequence 1 2 3. Okay, fine. Now let's go to the replica. You already configured the replication, right? And use free, so that statement should be replicated. Select star from test. I can see the value which is inserted. Now let's check the replica status. Here also you can see this retrieve GTID set is 1 2 3 1 2 3 and executed GTID set is 1 2 3. Okay, so which means whatever I execute, and in master also I have the same value 1 2 3. Okay, so which means whatever I executed in the master, which is already received in the replica, and that is also executed. Okay, now let's try to understand this. So you might aware of the GTD executed now. Okay, so whenever you are writing, it will create the new GTD with the transaction number. Okay, that is the GTD executed, you will see. And now let's try to understand retrieved GTD set and executed GTD set. Okay, so for this, let me stop the SQL thread. Stop replica SQL thread. I just stop the SQL thread. So you might aware, right? We have two threads, which is IO thread and the SQL thread. IO thread will read the binary log in master and it will store in the relay log, and SQL thread will apply the transaction into the server replica node. Okay, now we stopped the SQL thread. You can see here now SQL thread is not running. Okay, so let me create one new insert in the master. Yes, 2. Created the new insert, and you can see this sequence is changed from 1 to 3 to 1 to 4, which means 4 is the last transaction we created. And let me come to slave, and I am executing the show replica status now. Here you can see the retrieved GTD set is still, it is 1 to 4, but executed GTID set is 1 to 3. Okay, so which means the IO thread is running. IO thread copied the recent insert value, this insert value from master to replica. So that is it showing here retrieved value. It is up to date because the IO thread is running. Okay, but executed GTD set is still 1 to 3 because SQL thread did not applied the second insert yet in the replica node. For example, you can see the select star from test. Here still we have one insert, right? But in the master, select star from test, which is 1 and 2 we have. But in replica, we have only first ID. The second ID is not updated yet. That is what this executed GTD is telling. We just executed the transaction from 1 to 3, which means the create database statement, create table statement, and the first insert. The second insert is not executed yet. Okay, executed the transaction are currently processed is 1 to 3, but the retrieved GTD set is 1 to 4, which means the transaction is available in the relay log. So let me show you. Cd var lib MySQL and MySQL winlog base report output equal to decode rows and adding two verbose, and this is the relay log, and less. So here you can see this insert value, insert into Sri dot text. Okay, and id equal to 2. At the rate 1 means first column, which is id. At the rate 2 means second column, which is name column. Okay, this is retrieved from the master, but you can, this is the 4, right? GTD is 4. This value is retrieved from master, but this is not applied it in the replica. That is what we have. The retrieved value is 1 to 4, but the executed value is 1 to 3. So now when I start the SQL thread, that fourth transaction will be applied, and we will see the same number here. So let me do that. Start replica SQL thread. I just started now, and now you can see the executed GTID is also 1 to 4. That fourth transaction is now executed, and retrieved also 1 to 4. And I'm checking the table record. It is, we can see the second value now. Okay, and my IO thread and SQL thread both are running. Okay, so hopefully this helps to understand. So first one is the GTD executed, which means when we are writing the transaction, once it is committed, it will increment the GTD executed value. The retrieved GTD set is, let's say, to understand this better, this is for the IO thread. Retrieved GTD set is for the IO thread until which transaction your IO thread is copied from master to slave. And this executed GTD set is for the SQL thread. Okay, until which transaction your uh, I mean the events are applied, that will show the executed GTD set. Okay, so the retrieved GTD set is IO thread, how much copied, and executed GTD set is how much applied. Okay, so I think this is better to understand, right? And now we need to understand one more value, GTID purged. Okay, let me show you. Show binary logs. So we executed currently four queries: create database, create table, and insert ID one, insert ID two. All these four records are currently available in this binary log. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I am rotating the binary log just using the flush command and show binary log. Now the new binary log is created. Okay, which is the two. This is currently empty. It don't have any writes so far. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to purge this binary log, which is having the four queries like create table, create database, two insert statements. Now I am going to purge that binary log. Okay, using the purge command, purge binary logs to and show binary logs. Yes, now this binary log is removed, deleted. Okay, which has the four transactions. Now we have only one this binary log. Now let me check the GTID status. Now you can see the GTID purge is updated. Okay, and you can see the GTID purged value is 124. Which means the GTID the transaction 124 which has that binary log. The binary log which has the transaction 124 is deleted, which is purged. Okay, that is the information we can get it from here. So for example, let me do some inserts. Well, one more insert like 3 and y, and if I check, I can see the increment here 1 to 5, from 1 to 4 to 1 to 5, and this is still 1 to 4. Another insert q4, and here you can see the GTD executed is now 1 to 6, and this is 1 to 4. So which means currently the binary log, we don't have the binary log for the transaction 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have the binary log for 5 and 6 only. Okay, that is what that status we can get it from GTD purged. In case if you are trying to resume the replication from GTD 3, then that is not possible, because 3 is not the binary log. We don't have the transaction which the third transaction, the binary log which has the transaction, third transaction is already purged. 4 is purged, 2 is purged, 1 is also purged. So now we have only 5 and 6. That is the status we can get it from the GTD purged. Okay, so yes, so this is this four parameters are very important to understand, so that we can troubleshoot the GTD replication. Okay, there are still more parameters. We will see that one by one in the coming sessions. But let's try to understand this four variables: GTD executed and GTD purged and retrieved GTD set and executed GTD set. Okay, so going forward, I will release the further videos with the GTD replication error, how to skip, how to fix the data inconsistency between your master and slave. So we will see more videos related to the GTD. Okay, so hopefully this video is helpful. So if you like this video, you can share with your friends, and please subscribe my channel for more MySQL and MySQL related videos. I'm also taking the course, MySQL course. So if someone is interesting, you can reach me. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.